arena right now, about to watch the Vancouver Canucks play the Ottawa Senators. You're watching Post to Post.
Hello and welcome to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey and all teams. We've done the Atlantic, we've done the Metro, and now it's time for the Pacific. I'm wearing my second favorite team, the San Jose Sharks. You were wearing Montreal Canadiens.
My first and only favorite team, the Montreal Canadiens, which have nothing to do with the Pacific Division.
That's right.
But they're my team, and I won't wear other NHL teams.
That's okay.
So that's why I'm the way I am.
But you have your favorite players from each Pacific team, right?
I certainly do.
Well, excellent, and thank you for joining me for this video, because that's what we're going to do in this one, is talk about our favorite players from each Pacific Division team. We've done, like I said, the Atlantic and Metro, and now we're going to do the Pacific. We can go through as they're listed randomly behind us. They're no particular order, so if you want to go ahead and start this up, I will follow.
Vegas Golden Knights, I picked Gerard Gallant.
That's not fair. You can't do that.
Okay. I figured he wouldn't let me.
No.
So now I have choice number 2.
Yep.
The oldest guy in the team, an inaugural member of the team last year, a fantastic hockey story, Derek Engelland.
Yeah, totally. His hockey story is awesome.
Yeah. And Vegas has all kinds of great players, all kinds of great hockey stories, especially about how they were selected and where they were when they got the phone call and all that, and added some fantastic new talent, like Matt Pacioretty, for instance. But I like the Engelland story. It came just shy of the Stanley Cup last time. Maybe this time they can do it. They're starting to play that kind of pace that they were playing most of last season. They're going to be in the playoffs. The question is how far they go. If Vegas is the team coming from the West and my team isn't coming out of the East, I think I'll be hoping for Engelland's story to have a happy ending there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, mine actually had a really, really hard time choosing, because I got the opportunity to see Vegas in person last year in the playoffs and spend basically 3 weeks around Vegas watching the games, other games from outside of the arena, watching away games from inside of the arena on the big screen. It was just an incredible experience. So I got to love a multitude of players on the team. So this is really hard for me. I ended up choosing William Karlsson just because he blew everyone's expectations of himself away last year, as did the entire team. So he had a mirror story of what his team did as far on a personal level for him. So I thought that was really cool. So I like the style of hockey that he plays, and I like his hair too.
Hey, there can be worse reasons. Next on the board, I think that's Calgary over there. So the Calgary Flames. My player from the Flames, it was tough, but I think it might be the same player I chose last time as Johnny Gaudreau.
Same here. I also chose Johnny Gaudreau. It was a very easy decision for me. He's just a little guy, but he's probably one of the most talented hockey players in the league. He's probably in the top 5 of best players in the league. He's something else. And
his nickname is Johnny Hockey.
Johnny Hockey.
When you're playing hockey and your nickname is Johnny Hockey, you're up there somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's really good. I read up on some statistics and some interesting factoids about Johnny Gaudreau.
Okay.
Do you know who he scored his first goal on?
I do not.
Jake Allen. And it was, I think, in Game 6 of his career with Calgary.
Okay.
But, took him 6 games to get the goal. I think he was contributing prior to that. Like, I think he got maybe 1 or 2 assists first. I don't know. But his first goal was against Jake in a 3-1 win over St. Louis or something like that. Fantastic player all around.
Yeah, definitely.
Great guy.
Whenever I replace that jersey and get an Adidas one, Johnny Gaudreau's name is going on the back of that new jersey and his number. So
nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Easy pick for me.
Next, the San Jose Sharks. This was tough. I knew it was your favorite team, and you're going to have a lot more knowledge about these players than I'm going to have. And I haven't seen many games, so I'm going from a lot less knowledge. But a few games that I have seen, I've been very impressed with Kevin Labanc.
Yes.
So I have chosen Kevin Labanc.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's from Brooklyn, New York.
He's second on my list.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He's really something. He's only 23. Great future out of him.
Yeah, definitely.
So I like him.
Almost chose him because his partner in crime, basically, for the majority of his tenure in San Jose has been with Timo Meier. They've played on a line together forever. They're not now, which pisses me off, but they did for the longest time. And I loved their duo. If you've seen any San Jose Sharks videos on YouTube on their specific YouTube channel, those guys have some funny chemistry back and forth, always telling jokes and stuff. So Timo Meier is my pick. I really like Timo Meier. Timo time. He's having a great year, and he's an underdog on the team. So
Nice.
heck yeah.
Well done. Next on the wall back there, we've got the Arizona Coyotes. This was a little bit more difficult this year because it's funny. You look at all the players. You look at all the other stats from all the other teams. You got players with 90 points and 78 points, and all the Arizona Coyotes, even at the very top, have modest point totals. Maybe 20 goals, maybe 11 assists, and that's it. And the top of that list is Clayton Keller. He's basically almost still, well, I guess he's technically a rookie this year, isn't he? Because I think he only played 9 games last year.
No.
Or maybe it was the year before. Anyway, just a young fella. He's only 20, and he's leading the team in scoring, and they're doing well. They're actually, as we film this, this may change, but they're actually in the second wild card spot in the West right now. And it would be a neat story if they were able to squeak their way into the playoffs. They're my pick for the underdog Western team to get in. So that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Clayton Keller's my guy.
I chose Alexander Galchenyuk, and that might surprise you a little bit because you know how. Well, I think we probably shared this, the frustrations that we've had with Galchenyuk in his tenure in Montreal, and I think that some of that had to do with his father and the drama there. Is I don't even know the whole story. I don't even know if I want to know the whole story, but apparently there was conflict basically between his father in Montreal, and I'm not sure what that relationship is with the Arizona Coyotes, but I definitely want to see Galchenyuk do really well for the rest of his career, and it's kind of a shame that he's in Arizona because I would have liked to see him stay with Montreal, but and he can be a very frustrating player to watch at times. But when you've watched Galchenyuk, when he is on his game, he can be one of the best players in the NHL. The problem is that you don't always get that Galchenyuk. So
yeah,
I want to see the best for him. So I chose him as my favorite player. I
think with the right coach and the right coaching staff, that is a fit for him and for his family, I guess, for his dad too, if he's still in the picture. He will be an amazing performer.
Yep.
There was a breakdown in Montreal, and it could have extended to Claude Julien as well, not just the management, but also maybe the bench, because he wasn't playing where he wanted to be. He wasn't being used the way he wanted to be, and his dad was a problem. They would coach him one way at practice, and his dad would undo it all on the drive home.
Yeah.
It was, just what I'm reading. I don't know this, but this is what I'm reading, and if I read it, it must be true. It was on the internet.
That's right.
All righty. Next we have the Edmonton Oilers. Solely on name alone, it's got to be Oscar Klefbom.
I knew you were going to choose Oscar Klefbom. You always comment on his name.
He's got the greatest name in hockey, or one of the greatest names in hockey.
One of the greatest for sure, yeah. That's an awesome
Oscar Klefbom. He needs to be on the blue line with a great big Shea Weber shot. That would be the Klefbom.
Yeah, exactly.
When he unloads that. It's not quite how he plays, but fantastic. I do have to put a shout out, though, for Josh Curry.
Yeah, definitely.
Who, now at the age of 25, has clawed his way up through semi-pro, pro hockey, finally got into the AHL, did well for a couple of years, and now he's got a dozen games for the Oilers and a couple of goals, and he's a local boy. He's from here. So I always have an eye out for Josh Curry, and I hope he's able to hang around.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. My pick is Kyler Yamamoto. I knew about this kid even before he was drafted. I was going to cheer for this guy regardless of what team he got drafted by. And I was sad because Edmonton and Montreal was very close in picking that year. And I really, really wanted Edmonton. I think Edmonton was first, and I wanted them to pass on him so Montreal could get him. I didn't know if Montreal would have if that scenario had played out. But yeah, it's an easy pick for me. I liked that kid before he was even in the NHL. He's a small kid. His story is pretty awesome. If you don't know it, I'm not going to sit here and tell you it for 10 minutes, but go look it up. It's pretty cool. And yeah, easy pick for me.
Nice. Next, we have the Vancouver Canucks. Not unlike the Josh Curry comment I made a while ago, I'll be watching for Zach McEwen to make the team and stick on the team. He's another local guy. My player, though, especially this year with the even though he's had a few injuries, including just last night as we're taping this, Elias Pettersson is tremendous. He's basically a point per game and he's 19.
Yeah,
It's just phenomenal. He's a very strong candidate for the Calder Trophy this year.
it's pretty impressive.
Very impressive. And he's seen some adversity with the injuries he's had. That flying elbow from Kreider last night, I don't know if you saw that,
Didn't see it.
Kreider got a $5,000 fine for it. Basically, he was going up against the boards, and he just swung around with the elbow and just crunched him.
I'll take a peek.
Yeah. Anyway, great player. He'll bounce back from that. I'm not even sure if he was out of the game at that point. But it can't be an easy life for him because he is a targeted player because of his mad skill.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a really great pick. He's definitely in my top 3 probably. I chose Bo Horvat. I've cheered for Bo Horvat since he came into the league. That's a trend. Obviously, you've probably seen in some of these videos. I usually cheer for a player, like a young player, and then follow their career through the entire team or bounce around to different teams and stuff. So Bo Horvat is the perfect example of that. He's, I would say, probably the best leader on the team, and he can contribute in any factor on the ice. So big thumbs up for me for Bo Horvat.
Very good. The Anaheim Mighty Ducks. I don't watch the team nearly as closely as you do. You're more of a night owl and a Pacific guy, and you watch them closely. But I've been so impressed with Daniel Sprong since he went to the team.
Heck yeah.
And Pittsburgh didn't really give him enough time. For all the games he played with Pittsburgh prior to the trade, he had no goals. Since the trade, he's got 12.
Yeah.
So it's nothing wrong with Daniel Sprong.
No, it's not.
Plus, we watched him play here for years.
And have been waiting for him to enter the NHL. I don't know what the hell Pittsburgh was doing with him. They wasted 2 years of his career, in my opinion.
Unreal. And now he's where he can be used properly, and he's lighting up just like he lit up the Charlottetown Islanders here for years when he was with us. So good for him, and I wish him nothing but the best. I like watching him play hockey. I have for a long time.
Yeah. You know what my favorite player is?
Who?
You must know from Anaheim.
Oh, Raquel.
Ricard Raquel. Heck yeah.
It's got to be Raquel.
Yeah, Ricard Raquel is one of my favorite players in the entire league. He's probably top 3, 4, maybe something like that. So I've liked Ricard Raquel forever, and it's not going to change anytime soon unless he murders someone. I really like that guy, and I can't wait to eventually get an Adidas jersey with his name on the back. So
Cool.
yeah,
Very good. That leaves us with the Los Angeles Kings, who are admittedly having a really rough year. And most of their top tier of players are in the minus double digits for plus minus. And I looked at them all. They're all skilled players on a good day. Some of the players have a story behind them, like Kovalchuk. But I thought that the player who's withstood being on a bad team and still put up some pretty good minutes is Kyle Clifford.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a plus player on a minus team.
I'm not a big fan of Kyle Clifford.
I know, but and I don't know much about the Kings, so I don't have an informed guess here. But I'm just looking at just the numbers of all the players I'd want to rescue off of that team and maybe put on my team. He might be the guy because he's managed to not be in trouble situations by the look of his stats. So that's all I got.
Interesting.
And he has a cup with him from 2014.
He does. Yes.
He's been with the team for a while. He's not didn't just get there.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
My pick is Anze Kopitar. He kind of like Raquel. He's kind of been one of my favorite players in the league for a long time, and that's not going to change anytime soon. The previous version of this video that we did 2 years ago or whenever it was, he was my pick then too. So I think there's no surprise here if anyone's been following the channel for a while. Anze Kopitar is awesome. He has had ups in his career. He's had downs in his career. He's bounced back from the downs and has had amazing ups. He's challenged through adversity. He's won cups. He's done everything. So I'm a big fan.
Cool.
That wraps it up.
There we go.
That's everything. So next is the Central Division. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for that video in the next couple of days. If you are not subscribed, hope you can hit the subscribe button and join us here so you can catch that video. If you haven't seen the previous 2 videos that we've done, go check those out as well. Hope you're watching lots of hockey, and we'll see you in the next one. Adios.